Hey guys, continuing with the vlog topic of movies, we are now in the decade of the 60s. As requested by you guys, I have watched and am making a vlog on the classic 1965 film, The Sound of Music. Send more requests in the comment tab below and make sure to subscribe. See, when you're a little girl like I was and in love with this movie, you don't really understand what's actually going on. All I used to remember is Doe Deer and the thunderstorm scene in Maria's bedroom in which her and all 7 children sang about their favorite things. Even though this movie is made for children as young as elementary school, it is one of those films that you have to watch again and again when you are older in order to grasp the main idea and plot behind the movie. After watching this movie with full understanding of the background, setting, and plot, I honestly think that it was sugarcoating the true meaning of what this time period was. This movie was designed to take place in Austria when Hitler and the Nazis invade, and the viewpoint of a rich, non-Jewish family that escapes over the mountains into Switzerland is just unrealistic. To add to that, the Germans wanted Captain von Trapp to lead the Third Reich because of his experience prior to this in the Navy. If the Germans wanted him that badly, they would have only sent about a dozen men after him, which is what the movie made it seem like. I think that the movie was too happy for such a dark and devastating time, but I do see why they made it so positive. This was made for such a broad range of an audience, so if they don't make it happy, that limits all of the children that would fall in love with these songs. Looking back at the movie, there's no real struggles that anyone goes through. I mean, I guess you could say that Maria's mixed feelings and emotions for the captain caused her to go back to the Abbey is a struggle, but if you take a step back and look at all the innocent Jewish people being murdered by the Nazis, I think the love story is just not as important. Besides that, no one else truly struggled in the movie. I mean, Maria did come back from the Abbey, it seems like a day later. Her and the captain did get married. The captain and the children escaped from the Abbey without even being seen by anyone else except Rolf, who does nothing. And the climb over the Alps was very easy for them, and they all lived happily ever after. I interviewed Doc Malone, a teacher at my school, who was in fact in elementary school when The Sound of Music came out. I asked her about her opinion on the movie, and she said, quote, "I love The Sound of Music, but I get mad at myself for liking it so much because it is so cheesy," unquote. This just comes to show that adults come to think that the movie itself is slightly too happy just because they know about the terrible things that happened to others during that time. As to relating to the 60s, the United States is in the midst of the Vietnam War, and The Sound of Music does compare to this in a few ways that I saw while watching. First, the Von Trapp family, when they escaped from the festival, they are protesting in a way against the war, meaning that they don't agree with Hitler and his ideas, or else the captain would just join the Third Reich without questioning it. This could relate to half of the United States that protested against the Vietnam War because they didn't agree with its moral objectives. Another way that The Sound of Music relates to the 60s in the United States is the counterculture that occurs in both places, even though they're taking place during two different time periods. In the US, during this counterculture movement, bands such as the Beatles and Rolling Stones were classified as hippies. They caught the attention of a young crowd, but the older adults did not really approve of this lifestyle change. In a way, in The Sound of Music, Max is that counterculture trying to change the adult of the Captain Von Trapp to see the talent that his children possess. Alright guys, well that's it for this week's vlog of the 60s, The Sound of Music. I hope in the past couple minutes you guys have learned a lot.